Today we're gonna make the most delicious deviled eggs. It is an incredibly easy recipe, and with my tutorial on how to peel an egg easily every single time, these will come together in a snap. This is a perfect combination of flavors with a soft, creamy, luscious filling inside of a perfectly cooked egg white boat. And then there's a little topping of paprika and sweet relish, which just pulls it all together, adds a little bit of crunch, and then you've got yourself the most amazing appetizer or snack. Excellent snack. Let's get into it. I've already boiled and peeled my hard-boiled eggs. You can watch my video tutorial on how to hard-boil an egg and peel it beautifully every time up there. And the only thing that I would note is that they do peel ever so slightly easier when they're just slightly warm. So I usually kind of cook them. I cool them in cold water now, and then for just about like 10 minutes, and then I'll peel them. All we're gonna do is go ahead and slice them around the center. So you wanna kinda try and meet up your first cut so you can get a nice, beautiful kind of slice, and you just slice all the way through down to the yolk. If you slice the yolk, nobody cares. And then you kind of pull it apart. And this is where you're like, did I do? Yeah, I did. I will say that, you know, overcooked hard-boiled eggs are sometimes harder to get, you know, smooth, as are undercooked. So it's really like, gotta be right there. So go ahead and just do that with all of your eggs. I'm placing my yolks in a strainer. You can put them in another bowl, whatever you want to do. Smash your egg yolks. So we've got them all, you know, separated, and I'm just gonna smash them through a sieve. Now this is really the only way to get them to be, for the whole paste to be really smooth, is to pass it through some sort of sieve or chinois. I mean, that's like, wow, that's extra fine. But, you know, that's really the only way to do it. So, you know, you can also kind of start to mix it, and then you can pass it through if that's a little bit easier, if they're being really troublesome. But also normally when I'm just doing this for myself at home or family, like I don't do this step. I just smoosh it with the back of a spoon in a bowl, and if there's some lumps, I dare you to complain. So just go ahead and kind of get that off of the bottom carefully. We want to get all of that yolk. It's the good stuff. Now, brace yourself. Super easy. So you can use regular mayonnaise. Obviously, I really like Duke's, but they don't sell that up here. But I use light mayonnaise. I actually really like the flavor of it. So let me get myself a tablespoon. Cool. And then we're gonna add a bit of, I like to use Dijon mustard. I prefer the flavor of that. You could use French's, you could use, you know, yellow mustard, whatever you want. It adds just a really nice, you know, counterbalance to the slight sweetness, honestly, of the mayonnaise. So we're gonna take just a little pinch. Be careful not to oversalt. So just, I've got like a small three finger pinch here. It is under 1/8 of a teaspoon, definitely under a 1/16 probably. And then, you know, we can always add more, but you cannot take away. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna just mix this really nicely, mixing it really well, kind of smashing it against the sides of the bowl, giving it a nice smear, if you will. Really kind of helps make it like just a really soft paste. All right, so let's go ahead and give this just a small little taste. Make sure that we like our salt. We do. It tastes lovely. Now we're ready to put it in our eggs. So we could certainly, and this is what I do when I'm at home by myself and I like just need a deviled egg, which happens a lot right now, is I just use a spoon and I kind of, you know, dollop it in there. But we are gonna pipe it in because today we're fancy. So I've got myself a piping bag that I've prepared with a tip. You could use a round tip. I really wanted to use a St. Honore tip, but I don't have the right size here. So we are doing a open star. Okay, and now we're ready. We will do a swirl. I was just kind of hoping that it would do a nice little, because I really obviously wanted that St. Honore tip, but it's not in the cards for us today, so we're just gonna give up on it. And I want to use all of this beautiful filling that we just so painstakingly made. And then we're gonna do a little dusting of paprika. This is hot Hungarian paprika. I love Hungarian paprika. It just adds an extra little bit of smokiness. And then we're just gonna give them a little dusting, because I just don't know if it's really truly finished without a little paprika, no? I like to put a little sweet relish on my deviled eggs. And I just love that little bit of crunch. I love the little sweetness, a little dillness. Dillness is a word, today it is. And I just really love, texturally, it's just a beautiful thing, you know? So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna take a little bit and put it kind of in the center of each one, which is nice because my cutter really allowed for that, which is just, gracias. Now, deviled eggs taste better when they're cold. This is a fun fact that I learned by impatience and also, you know, just starting to make a lot of them, and then I'd be like, oh, wow, they taste way better the next day. We aren't going to wait because I am in need of a deviled egg and it's time to try. So I'm gonna get that really hideous one that I just, you know, that was my first one, not cute. And I'm just gonna give her a taste. Come here, stop it. Okay. Yum. Even without chilling and flavor melding, so good. You just get that like beautiful silkiness and richness from the egg yolk, and a little crunch and a little sweetness from the relish. And then you kind of get like a little hint of that paprika, but not too much, just enough. And then like the soft vessel that is the egg white. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful bite of food.